All right, everyone. This is a very interesting little moment. I just gave a spider wolf to the colony. It's a dead spider that I freshly killed, and not like 30 minutes later, one of the worker ant have spotted it and is, presently exploring it, probably trying to make sure it's really dead, and it's going to go in the nest entrance eventually. So my colony of ants, I've noticed that they really enjoy freshly killed insect, but dried out insect, they almost never touched it, and other source of protein, they don't like it either. So they really enjoy freshly killed insect, and more specifically, they really enjoy flies, and they also enjoy spiders. So of course, a spider is not a bug, but and neither an insect, but close enough. So right now, I believe the worker ant is going to try to crack open the eggs, not the eggs, the legs, to try to carry out quicker and easier. And I think that the queen right here is going to have the juicy part, which is the abdomen of the spider right here. I'm assuming that is going to be what the queen will eat, and I'm assuming the legs will go to the workers and the larvae. We have, if we continue speaking of the colony in general, we have a big larvae, we have a new nymph. We don't have any more larvae, but we have a fresh batch of new eggs. So it's a small update on the colony. I do believe that most of the eggs and larvae that were born during winter and autumn, they all have been cannibalized by the colony. I'm not exactly sure why, but as we can see now, the queen have pretty much created a brand new batch with many eggs. We don't really see them, but there is almost 20 of them, so it's a very big batch of eggs. So my hypothesis is that either it is a lack of protein forcing them to eat some of their own babies. So this is the reason why I give them a fresh new kill, just so they don't need or rather they don't have a too big of a lack of protein, because I don't want them to be forced to eat their own eggs and larvae. But my other hypothesis is that they are actually focusing on the two remaining larvae. So one of them is already a nymph, and the other one is right here, the big like white thing. I'm thinking that maybe it's going to be a bigger worker than what we've seen so far. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a soldier, but it could be a bigger worker. And having new fresh blood and protein could really help the colony thrive. So with summer coming closer and closer, I'm going to feed more and more fresh insect to this colony, because that's clearly what they enjoy eating the most. But it's very interesting to see. Also, I've learned from my mistake. So I gave them some juice in a test tube, but this time I'm placing the test tube in the actual outworld instead of putting it as their water test tube. Because when I did that the other time, the blue sponge right here, I can maybe show the this part right here. Very professional camera work. So at one point I did put some juice right in here, but it pretty much like corrupted this entire sponge. So I had to clean it, and it's still dark, but trust me, I put peroxide, I put rubbing alcohol, I've put like boiling water, everything on the sponge, so no bacteria could have survived. And then I made sure to clean it thoroughly a few weeks ago before placing it back. But yeah, sugar is a very big part of diet for your food, for your ants, sorry. And protein. So sugar, protein, that's basically what your ant colony need to function. And oftentimes I will give some extra little like piece of food item. Another big thing is that I've learned that you're not supposed to like keep the same food all the time in the ant world. If they don't touch the food for a few days, just remove it and place something else instead. It's better to do that so you don't have mold outbreak. So apparently the ant is strong enough to carry it all alone. It's pretty impressive because, you know, it's a very big spider. But oh, okay, and it have been able to take it inside without dissecting it in the outworld. So I'm pretty impressed by that. I thought the spider would be too big, but apparently not. So it's going to be fresh food, a very good source of food. It's pretty much interesting to notice. So I think the first level right here is where they carry the food, and it's where they break it up before give it to the ants on the other levels. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it in another video, but the colony have moved from the 4th level to the 3rd level. So this used to be a toilet for the ant colony. So we have 5 levels, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the ground level 1. So the 3rd level used to be the place where, like, the bathroom, but not anymore. They hadn't made a cleanup. There is still some like junks, like sand and stuff, but I wanted to clean most of it. But it's basically the ants that need to do the cleanup. And it seems like they have been pooping in the outworld, so you can see some dropping right there, black dots. So that is good. But apparently, and I kind of realize it now, I introduced the colony a bit too soon to this big of an enclosure. So if you're new at ant keeping and you're still watching the video, of course, I strongly recommend you to wait before introducing your ant colony to this big of a setup. I could have kept them in a test tube setup for much longer than what I did. I was quite impatient and naive, thinking this could be the best outworld just now and the best cage. It is a very cool cage though. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep the ants in there because they've been thriving in here. But in the future, I will try to learn from my mistakes. And so yeah. By the way, this is my first colony of ants ever that I like start from scratch. So basically I caught this queen during the last spring of June 2021. So you know, I'm still learning a lot from keeping ants seriously with a queen, because when I was a kid I did used to keep Camponotus erculanus, which is this species of ant, carpenter ants, but I just basically break a log and capture all the workers, but never the queen ant and eggs and larvae, so the colony was doomed to die after a few months. And with retrospective and with my my ethic being like better as I grow up, Now that, of course, I'm 25 at this point, so you know, I don't feel like breaking a colony just to explore it is a good thing, but I've learned quite a lot from breaking many logs. Sorry, not legs, logs. I've learned quite a lot exploring the ants in their like real world, and now I am able to learn even more from them in here. It is a fascinating hobby, I will say. So I'm going to end the video right here, but I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will probably film another video where they actively eat the wolf spider in a few hours. I will also have to write this moment down in my little diary. So yeah, we have 4 adult worker, 1 queen, 1 massive larvae, 1 nymph, and like almost 20 eggs. I will say it's almost 20. So lots and lots of things going on pretty soon. This colony will boom in the next few months, I think. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Goodbye.